episode was not brought to you by Tim Hortons. We are not supported by Tim Hortons, but we do support Tim Hortons with our coffee every podcast.
Yes, because we loves it.
We do. Cheers. Hello, welcome to Grumpy Sheep, Happy Llama. We are coming to you from Eastern Ontario, Canada, and my name is Robin.
I'm Sylvie.
Welcome to returning viewers and new viewers alike. We hope that you have a nice time with us this afternoon. It is the afternoon.
Yep.
And pull up your knitting, crocheting, your making, and a nice hot cup of tea or a cold drink, whichever you prefer.
Yes.
And join us for this little bit of time.
A little bit of time. So again, as usual, we usually go through what we're wearing, our finished objects, our works in progress, any spinning that we may have, and any other makes that we may have. Oh, we always talk about KALs because we have lots of KALs, knit-alongs or make-alongs.
Yes.
So how about we go into what you're wearing?
I am wearing Kate Davies Foxglove sweater, knit in Jamieson and Smith of jumper weight yarn. Yeah. And this was purchased from Deb of
Sheeps Ahoy.
Sheeps Ahoy, thank you. I was going to say the other Deb. Yeah, anyway, so this is, it's beautiful. I wear this sweater a lot.
You can't see, I'm wearing socks from Paper Daisy, and I forget the name of the pattern because it's been quite a while, maybe 3-4 years ago that I've knit these pair of socks, but I could just write it down here. So,
and I too am wearing Paper Daisy socks from last year's knit along that she had, and it's knit out of Evie Knits yarn, and the
raspberry cordial, wasn't it, or raspberry something? But
you're right.
It went so well with the pattern.
Yes, and the sock color is raspberry chocolate.
Yes, that's what it is.
And it kind of matches my cardigan today, which is why I'm wearing them.
Yeah. All right, so as you know, we have lots of knit-alongs happening. We have our year-long sock-along, but the catch is you must knit from a book, a pattern from a book. Because again, we tend to forget about our beautiful books with these beautiful patterns. So we have that going on right now. That's going until the end of the year. We also have our mittens or mitt along. So you knit any kind of mittens that you want, as long as they cover your hand. It could be from your imagination, from a book, from Ravelry, whatever you wish. And that started on daylight saving time and will end on back to standard time, which is in November, sometime November 6th, I think it is. I'm not too sure. All of these knit-alongs, you'll find them on our Ravelry thread as well at Grumpy Sheep, Happy Llama if you're looking for more info, if you would like to join along.
Yes, and all the dates and everything are in the thread as well. So even though we don't know what they are,
they're all written down.
We knew it at one time and it's all written down.
Exactly.
So it's all there.
We're also doing the Telegram for You shawl that started on May 18th April 18th, sorry, and will end on May 31st. So we'll show you where we're at with that in our works in progress. So that's coming along really nice.
Well, for some people.
Sure.
It's coming along nicely, but it's just slow.
And then what else do we have? Of course, in July, we'll have Tour de Fleece, but...
She's jumping ahead of me.
Yes,
so I was
exactly.
all excited about Tour de Fleece. Yeah.
Tour de Fleece is for spinners. If you're maybe interested in learning how to spin, it's basically kind of like a Super Sock World Championship on Ravelry, but it's with spinning. So you're following the Tour de... What is it? The
Tour de France.
Tour de France? Yeah, exactly. But you're doing Tour de Fleece. Yeah. And someone had mentioned, Jane had said that maybe it might have started in will start in mid-June, but we haven't seen dates yet. So as soon as we see the dates,
we'll start a thread in our group on
exactly.
Ravelry. Yeah, and we'll start with that too. And then there are certain challenge days. So I think in Tour de France, they have this big hill they have to climb. So then for us, it would be a personal challenge. Like maybe you would like to try support spinning and you've never done it before, then you would try to do that. Or try a 3-ply, what do you call it? Chain plying on your support spindle. That could be a challenge. Whatever it is, kind of like that. So it's just something to motivate yourself, and then we are there to cheer you on, whatever it is that you choose to do.
Exactly. And then the other one in July, starting July 1st, is the Festive Sweater by Skein Deer. And we mentioned this now because it takes a lot of thinking on how you want to work out this cardigan or pullover.
So many did you decide yet? Okay,
no,
so
I haven't looked at it since the last time that we podcast. All I know, I'm doing the pullover. So.
I'm doing the pullover. I'm doing it all over. I would like to spin for it, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not. So, but it ends later, right? It ends Christmas.
It ends December 31st, I think we said.
So I have lots of time to spin and knit it.
Oh yeah, because you're.
Yeah, I'm away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, the festive sweater, basically you get to choose the different motifs that you want. You can do all color, you can just do the yoke. It's a pretty cool pattern. Yeah. So instead of an ugly sweater, you'll have a beautiful.
Yes. And then you have to decide, do you want to wear it just for Christmas, or do you want to be able to choose the colors so you can wear it anytime?
Because you can. The different motifs makes it where you could wear it all winter long if you want to. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. And I feel like we have another Cal, but maybe we don't.
Well, we were talking about the Shetland Wool Week, but I think we'll wait and work it out a little bit more. So we have some time before.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But what about the socks? I think you mentioned that
Oh, yes. Yes. So what we had done was, okay, I'm going to lean forward and grab this. When we went to Knit City, all of us jumped at this. It's by Leo and Roxy, and they're from London, Ontario, Canada. And we had seen these colors, and we saw Ukraine, because of course Ukraine's in the news, and we jumped at that. But it's actually the colors for Knit City, which worked out really beautifully. Then we were humming and hawing, trying to decide what can we all knit with this yarn. And we kind of came to the conclusion that none of us are going to agree on one thing. But then yesterday, somebody came up with... I
think it was Anna.
I think you're right. She came up with a pattern from a Ukrainian designer, which represents the wheat fields in Ukraine. And what it has is the Ukrainian flag at the top in the cuff. So then it's a blue skies over the sunflower fields. So then we thought, instead of just us doing this, we could open up a thread to everybody. We can open up a thread and have the pattern posted there. You don't have to have these colors. No. We're just going to use this because this is what we have and we bought together. But the whole sock is like wheat. Yeah. Wheat. What is it called? The tops of the wheat. Anyway, it looks like wheat. I can't think of the word.
I'll post a picture of the sock here.
Yeah. And then all you have to do is choose whatever colors you like, and then have the Ukrainian flag colors on the top and the cuff, and then everybody can join.
And the designer is a Ukrainian designer, I believe. That's why we chose that particular pattern as well. So
So we just thought it would be a nice way to kind of show moral support for Ukraine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would be starting on June 21st. We had said the first day of summer. We haven't figured out the end date, but... we
have a farmer we're going to ask. She was suggesting the first day of harvesting. Yeah. So then, I don't know what day that is.
We'll come back. Again, there's some time left. Yeah. A few weeks. June 21st is coming quick, actually. But we'll definitely let you guys know by the next podcast. Yeah. And, of course, we'll have it on our Ravelry thread as well.
There we go. Cool.
I think that's it for knit-alongs. My God.
For now. There's one we'll mention at the end. But anyway, that's a whole different topic.
We do?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
So
yes. That's right. Sorry.
So we'll do that.
That's not really ours, but okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We'll do that at the end. Okay.
Okay, we were into finished objects. What you got there?
I have two things.
Woohoo! I got one.
That's
okay. I got a finished object.
Yes, well, I was worried I wasn't going to have anything. So I have two finished objects. One is a shawl.
It matches your cardigan.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It is cool, actually. Who knew? Anyway, so this is a shawl. This is a shawl from Tracy Miller. I was working on it before and talked about it as a whip. And I spun the yarn for this. So the purple or plum color is from Southern Cross Fibre. And it's a South African fine. And then this color here is from Spunky Eclectic, and it's Winter Wilds, and it's Targhee.
Nice.
So I put those two together. Thank you. And the shawl itself is Unwind by Tracy Miller of the Grocery Girls. And it's about 65, 70 inches wide, and it's supposed to be 35 inches long down the spine, but I got more, I think.
Is it because you maybe did more stripes here?
No.
No?
Oh, maybe. Yes, I did too. Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Conveniently, no.
No, I totally, until you said it, I totally forgot. So what happened was, I don't know what happened to my brain. I don't know what happened to my brain. I had, 4 pages of the pattern printed off or something? And for some reason, my brain said it's only the first page of the instructions. And I thought, I finished my 5 repeats of color. And I thought that was supposed to be at the end. And it's like, but I'm not going to have
And she was showing me this. She's like, look at this. It says to do just 5 repeats. And this is all I have. I'm like, really?
And it's supposed to be 30 inches long. And so luckily, Sylvie kind of, for the 3rd or 4th time I was exclaiming surprise over this and worried about my gauge. She grabbed the pattern from me and started looking at it. And she said, there's a page 2. And it continues with something else. So once I had that. Anyway, I don't even know what.
I don't know neither.
It's not like I can't read or anything. But anyway, so once that was figured out, it went on. And I did actually, I think I did have an extra One of them is an extra repeat, so that might give it, but also when I was laying it out, it just kind of lengthened by itself when I was blocking it.
It's beautiful.
But thank you. I love this shawl. But it is not for me. It is a gift for somebody.
Nice.
And she doesn't watch us, but just in case, I'm not going to say who it is.
That's okay.
Because you never know.
You never know.
Nope.
Yeah.
So do you want to show your FO before I do my next one?
I finished my Muscleburg hat. Yay! So this, I purchased the yarn at Knit City. It's Jelen yarn. So I held it figuring with mohair. And basically you knit the two. And in the pattern, it's pretty cool. You can use any kind of weight of yarn, and she figures out for you the, you know, depending on the gauge that you use, how many stitches you need, right? And how long you should knit the hat. Anyways, it's a very popular hat. It's by Isolde T. There you go. So now I'm ready for our winter when I go out walking. So you have the option, I guess, if I had enough yarn, I could have knit some more, and then I could have, you know, just done this too, but I don't like it like that. So I prefer it this way here.
Yeah, it's a nice thick fabric.
It is. It's nice and soft.
Yeah. Let's hope you don't get it too windy, because if it were windy, if you were here on my property,
I'd want to hold
it up. Like have it where only the top of your head was showing.
Yeah.
Because it has strong winds here. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
So that's going to go in the winter cupboard for next winter.
Yeah. Very good.
Yep.
My other FO is another pair of socks for somebody at work.
Lucky people.
Yes. And I have these sock blockers, which I'm lucky I found because I have big feet and these are small feet. So, anyway, this is a pattern from Kate Davies from her sock book that she published last year. I can't remember the name of the sock book, but it was, she did all these famous women in history.
Yeah, you knit a few socks already from that book.
I think I just knit one pair from the book
so
far.
Two?
I think just one.
Okay.
And I see a mistake, but it's on the bottom of the foot so nobody will notice. So, and you can't see it because it's on this side. So anyway, this is the Sarah Scott pattern. And I just used Regia yarn and light blue, I forget, from my stash, and then white Regia extra twist merino for the weight, just stuff from my stash. So I have a pair, it's completed, honest. So there's my pair of socks. So Sarah Scott from Kate Davies from her sock book, the name of which I cannot think of at the moment.
I could post it here if you want to send me the link after.
There we go. So that's it for FOs for me.
Yeah, me too for now.
All right.
On to works in progress. Yes, works in progress. Okay, well, I could go if you want, seeing as I've got my sock here. So right I am knitting from this book here, Sock Innovation by Cookie A. And I chose to knit the Juanita socks.
Juanita.
Like Juanita. And I realized there's also Sam socks, and my son's name is Sam. So I was like, oh, maybe these are, what happened to it? Maybe I can knit these afterwards for my son.
Yes, that would be nice.
But for now, these are what I'm working on, Juanita. And I have the leg done, and I'm just working on the heel flap right now. Let me do this here.
Nice. What yarn is it?
It is Alley Cat Yarns. She's a local dyer here. The colorway is terracotta. Nice. I did have her label, which is right here. It's the Boots 2-ply sock, so which is 85% merino, 15% nylon. So yeah, I really like her dyeing her yarns. They're very, very nice.
It's a bit heavier fingering weight, eh?
A little bit. And you know what I like about this one here? Look at
twist.
Yes, I love this high twist. Oh, can you see that?
Yeah.
See how twist? Yeah, I
twist.
love that.
Yeah,
I love
awesome.
it. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on right now. Part of our year-long sock-along.
Yes. Mine is not part of the sock-along.
Sock-along,
but it's part of Paper Daisy's KAL. This is from my dad. I showed you last time I have one completed sock that used up more than half of a skein of sock yarn, so I had to get another skein to make the other sock. But this is Misselthwaite Manor. Yeah, so that's that, and I'm only here. for the second one, because I was busy chasing sheep this morning.
Uh-oh, the baby sheeps escape.
They keep escaping, and they come out because, of course, the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, right? And so they're always out getting the grass, and then the next thing you know, they're on the front lawn, and which is okay, but we live too close to the road, and I'm worried about the sheep getting out into the road and somebody trying to avoid them and then getting in an accident.
Yeah.
So that's not a good thing. So that is my other whip. Do you want to show the other whip?
Yes.
This one?
Yeah.
She's much further ahead than I am, and our friend Jane is like
way ahead.
Way ahead.
I thought I was pretty much at the same spot as she was, but when I was watching her knit, I'm like, oh no, she's like going to start the third color soon. She's way ahead.
And then there's Michelle, who's, I think she's close to being done.
Yeah.
So bravo, Michelle.
Yeah.
She's way ahead of us. She's messing with dust.
So here we go.
Okay, I'm using I started with a different color.
Yeah, you started with the Alert.
Yeah, the colorway of Alert.
I love that.
I do too. I mean, I loved Alert as well, which is why I'm so happy that we're doing this.
Yeah.
And so that's the first color that I just decided to go by the way we receive the colors in the club. So that's my first color. That's Alert. Next would be Gray. I'm like 25 stitches away from starting the next section. But you show your next section.
Yeah, so I started the other way. This is the buddy system. So I don't know if it's showing more yellow, but it isn't yellow.
No, it's not yellow.
So you've got this here, and then you start. So Robin will be starting with the same blue for her second color. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. And then pretty soon I will start with the Alert color.
Yeah. And what we're so happy with and so impressed with Corinne is the fact that the colors just go so beautifully together.
Yeah.
It's just
amazing.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it was a good thing to give her the pattern that we wanted to knit with.
Yes, it gave her a very good idea of how to dye the yarn.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically we have a custom dyed yarn for this shawl.
No kidding.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful.
We're all enjoying. And the pattern is such a relaxing pattern. Enough to, to engage you and to just let you sit and knit without stressing over the pattern right away.
Yeah, and you can watch all the CSI reruns and not worry about it.
Or Outlander reruns, or Bridgerton, I don't know.
Yeah, like Murder and Mayhem better, but anyway.
I know.
Whatever it is that you like, you can sit there and you can watch and be happy.
Exactly.
Relaxed. Cool. Is that it for whip?
Well, I started.
Oh, you started? Oh, yes.
So
Oh, you should see this.
I don't know. Yeah, I probably showed a few skeins. So I was part of Lolo Did It Sock Club for Outlander.
Scooch over.
And so I'll show you some. So I got the yarn, and for a long time too, I was very interested. I'm not a crocheter. But I've had my eye on this pattern. It's like a scarf shawl. It's called Ziggy Interrupted by Sandra Paul. I've had my eye on this pattern for such a long time. And I have my yarn that I got from Lolo Did It sitting on my shelves in my little craft room. And as I walked in one day, I saw these skeins together and I thought, oh my God, that's my Ziggy Interrupted shawl right there. So I'm using this color, which is Highlander. And then with this color here,
which is beautiful,
it's Fraser's Ridge. And then using this, which is Lalibak. And then, because it takes 5 skeins, I'm using this, which is, I think is Castle Leoc. Yep. And then the final color that I'm using is this, which is Beltane. And so basically the Ziggy Interrupted, it starts with these little crochet squares. And so you have a panel of these crochet squares, and then you do like some kind of zigzag along, you attach them, you do a zigzag, and then you have another panel of these little motifs. And it's very well explained actually in Sandra Paul's pattern. And she gives you charts too to help you decide how do you want to put your colors and all that stuff. So I'm almost done with the first panel. But this is the one.
They look like shreddies, but they're a little bit bigger than
they're about 1.5 inches.
We measured. I didn't believe her.
And then this one.
They're so cute.
And then I have this one.
Colors are just stunning.
They're gorgeous. I'm so happy with this here. Like, I can't wait to put it all together.
Have you seen her other clubs? Like, does she have this kind of dyeing for all of her clubs versus, say, speckle? Is it more like a
I haven't really
tonal?
noticed. I think I'm going to have to take more of a closer look.
If any of you know out there, that would be awesome if you could let me know.
With this one.
Because I like the tonal.
Yeah. This. Or did I show this one already? Probably.
I don't know.
This here. And then these two here.
Yeah, just beautiful.
So it kind of goes like this here, the panel. But anyways, I'll pop a picture here so you can see what I mean by the panels with the zigzag stripes.
Nice. So it's crochet.
It's crochet, and in her pattern, I mean, I'm not a crocheter. I know how to do single crochets. I know how to do doubles and trebles and stuff. But reading a chart, forget it.
Oh, it's a chart.
No, it's not a chart.
Oh, that's good.
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both, but I can't read a chart. But, you know, sometimes you're like, I'm not, you know, even if they're explaining, it's like, I'm not too sure. She has links to tutorials as well, so, which is awesome.
That's really
good. So if you're kind of like a beginner crocheter, you know the stitches and stuff, I mean, this would be a good pattern, I think, for you to try out. Okay, on to spinning. So Robin has been busy as usual with her spinning. Show us what you got.
This is what I was hoping to have finished for last time, but I didn't have it finished. It wasn't even close. I thought it was close, but it wasn't even close.
Oh.
So a friend of mine had given me a little gift bag of roving that she had already started, but she wasn't spinning anymore. So it was already broken up into tiny little strips. So I just spun it from end to end, the same ends, like the red end, and it would go through yellow to brown. It turns out to be over 1,000 yards of 2-ply yarn. I think it's superwash merino, but I don't know who the source is.
A mystery. Or
anything like that. Yeah, but again, it's
yeah, it matches
right? It completely unplanned, and they weren't my colors that I chose, so it's serendipity. But anyway, yes, it's a 2-ply yarn, and again, I spun it with a ratio of 8:1, and then plied it 10:1. So that's that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe another shawl, gift shawl.
Maybe. I'm sure you'll find something.
And this is, you know, I'm having a, oh yeah. So this was, I'm trying to spin some older stuff too. This was Crafty Jack's Boutique. It was a club colorway from 2018. And the sad thing is I didn't belong to her club, but she used to have a club. But I guess I didn't know about it, and I don't remember how I got this. Maybe she had it on her site and she was getting rid of it.
Maybe.
But this is something I had spun before. This is Perendale. I don't love Perendale, but man, this was a bat. I really liked this. And it had from one color all the way through to the blue. And then this looks brown now, but it wasn't brown initially. So I spun it as a single on my wheel, and then I did a a bracelet.
Oh yeah, Indian ply? Indian bracelet?
Yeah, so I did that so I could have the colors together, and it worked out so well, and I absolutely love this. And Perendale is really long, which the other experience I had with it wasn't that long.
Interesting.
So I spun it at a ratio of 5:1, and I plied it at 8:1, and I really enjoyed it. It was so nice to spin from a bat. I really, I was looking for more, but of course there aren't anymore. Well. Anyway, it would be nice if there were. But this was lovely. And this is from Crafty Jack's Boutique in BC. And then this is the club with woolen spinning. This is Radnor Hill. I don't know which word comes first. And this was one of the bats again that we had with the club. And I spun this my usual 8:1 and plied 10:1. And I have just over 200 yards, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh no, more than over. 272 yards.
Oh.
Surprisingly. And this is a color that matches the colorway club color from February of Southern Cross Fibers, where he did the colors from an ABBA record.
Yeah, I mentioned that before, yeah.
Yeah, so right now I have on my wheel, I'm spinning the braid from the blue, so top versus a bat. So each color came with one braid, which is a top, and then one bat. So this is the bat. I had already spun the top and showed it to you. It looks probably the same as this. Yeah. And now I'm working on the blue portion of it. So yeah, that'll be fun. And then, sorry, I'm almost done.
It's okay.
So at sheep shearing, we had Sylvie, Jane, and Wendy were helping with the shearing, which was awesome. So they were skirting the fleeces, and it was raining, so we were doing it inside the barn. Normally we do it outside, but it was raining. And Wendy was coming across these wet bits, and she didn't want to throw the wet bits out, so she kind of put them aside. And one of the bits she put aside was this gray from one of my sheep, and I washed it
look how
and
pretty.
applied it, and washed it and spun it on my spindle. My spindle from Judy Kavanaugh. So support spindle. So that's that. That's a 2-ply, my support spindle. So I was pretty happy. That's just little bits left over that were wet from pee, I guess, from the sheep.
Whatever they got into.
Yeah, I probably pee because he's going, oh, I'm getting naked now. I'm scared. And this is the thing that I'm really, really, really happy with. It's like so happy. So our friend, we had a fibre exchange for Christmas. We had like an advent calendar amongst us spinners. And Denise is really good at making roll eggs. And so she had made this batch of roll eggs in these colors that were red, gray, and black. And I think it was superwash merino. I lost the label somewhere along the way. But it also had sari silk in it. So I thought this has to be spun on my support spindle. Wow. Really nice. But here's the thing, is that normally when I spin on my support spindle, I apply it on my wheel because it takes forever. Because when you're going to borrow your spindle, just as a demonstration, because when you're spinning on the support spindle, you flick this way. It's easier to, it's not going to flick because it's a drop spindle, but I flick this way with your right hand and it makes it easy to make the thing turn. But if you're going to ply, you want to do it your left hand and then you can flick, and it's easier to flick this way to get your S twist versus your Z twist. When I spin, I draft with my left hand and I support my yarn going through the orifice on my wheel with my right hand. And when I spindle spin, I'm spinning obviously with my right hand and doing the same thing like this, right? So what had happened was I thought, well, this time I'm going to ply it on my spindle and not be such a lazy butthead, right? I'll spin it on my spindle. Even if it takes me the whole day, I will ply it on my spindle. Not spin it, but ply it. I spun it, yeah, more coffee. So anyway, so I thought I would do that. And then I had made my Andean bracelet around my wrist, and I thought, but I want the colors to go together because they're so pretty. And if I put them all, if I just go ahead and apply it with an Andean ply, then all the colors are going to be all mixed up. So then I thought, okay, so I should chain ply it. But now I'm stuck because I already have to try to ply with my left hand, like spin with my left hand. And I have the Andean bracelet on my left hand, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to switch my bracelet over to my right hand, spin with my left hand, and so I'm also going to have to figure out how to chain ply from a bracelet. Yeah, it's that. So my brain was really hurting. So it was like, what am I going to do? So it took a little bit, and I had to like stop and think about it because then I had to do this, and I had to somehow do chain plying with my left hand. The yarn was there. I guess after about 10 minutes, maybe, it would no longer felt horribly awkward. And so 2 CSI rerun episodes later, I had my skein completed, 3-ply. I'm so happy I figured this out. Thank you. And it's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, Denise. You can do this for me anytime. Anytime. So absolutely love this. So all the colors stay together, the red with the red, the black with the black, and the gray with the gray. But better than that was I chain plied on my support spindle. So I don't know how that's gonna.
Let's see if she could do it again.
Exactly, that's the thing. I have to be able to repeat it, right? So, but I mean, this just made like my summer.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm done.
Nice.
Thanks.
Well, I don't have all that excitement with my spinning.
I have to live on the edge.
But last weekend we went to Van Cleek Hill and we went to a little store called Indigo Hill.
Indigo Hill Dye Studio.
Yes.
Yes.
And we were sitting there knitting away, having coffee, and in comes this lady with the spinning wheel, and I just about fell over my chair because that was the kind of spinning wheel that I was looking for. I've been on the lookout for, I have a ladybug at home. I've been on the lookout for like maybe I guess a more traditional spinning wheel, but I didn't want nothing too huge like a CPW. I wasn't finding the one that was calling out to me, I guess you could say.
Well, this one called out.
This one called out. So needless to say, I did end up purchasing that particular wheel. It's a Le Classe spinning wheel from the 1980s, she was saying, 1988. Yeah. So I got it home, and lucky Robin was there with me because she was able to give me some pointers and let me know that it was a good spinning wheel, that I could go ahead and, purchase it with a good conscience. But anyways, I got it home and I took out the cheviot that I had from our spinning breed. I still had some left over, and I spun it. You can't really tell, I guess you could say, because I did a Indian ply on this here too. But I spun it on the wheel, which I love the wheel. It's been so nice. I really enjoyed it. And then I thought, well, unfortunately though, the drive band I think is pretty used up. It's pretty old. I'm going to have to change it because after a while it was kind of like flopping over. It was coming off the wheel. So I couldn't ply it on that wheel until I changed the drive band. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to take out my Jelligan and try doing the plying on this here. So it's kind of working out.
So when you do that, do you flick with your right hand or flick with your left? Because you're plying now and you're going the other direction. Right?
I am. So I'm going this way.
Okay, you should try doing it with your left.
I should, eh? I don't know.
Because it's an easier motion. It's a natural motion versus this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, we'll try it home.
Okay.
When I'm all by myself.
Yeah. Not while we're recording.
And then for our breed study, I think Robin has packed away her stuff, which is okay, but it's ended up being Falkland. And Falkland is like a mixture of...
It's like Merino, but lives in South America at the tip in Falkland.
So it's not all that...
It's Merino with personality.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it has more... If you spin it the wrong way, you can feel like it's resisting a little bit. So it's... But Falkland's fairly...
It's very nice. Yeah, exactly. Nice. So anyways, just to say that I have been spinning on it on my drop spindle, and here's a little bit of it here. The singles.
Yeah. Yeah, Falkland is nice.
It is nice.
I think Hello Yarn, that's her favorite, I think.
I could see why. It's a really nice spin.
It's really nice. Yeah, it's a longer fiber and it has personality. It's not, yeah.
So that's that for now.
So, I had purchased this book. After we went to Knit City, I didn't know that there was this book by La BNMA. And apparently it's already out of print and it's difficult to get. I had to order mine in the UK, and the place that I ordered it from had free shipping, which was really nice. So it was totally affordable. And this is a beautiful book, and it's got patterns from a whole bunch of different designers. And I wanted to knit something from this book. And then there's a podcaster who follows us on our YouTube channel, and she's the Knitted Bean.
Hello.
Hi. She's the Knitted Bean, and she will be starting on the 10th of May. She's going to have an inclusion make-along.
Yeah, which is really cool.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
But it's a make-along. So you can sew, you can do cross-stitch, you can weave, you can do whatever craft you want. The only thing is you have to argue or defend why it's inclusive. Is it because it's by a disabled designer? Is it the BIPOC stuff? It's like whatever it happens to be, right? So I thought, oh, this is excellent because this will give me an excuse to make what I would like to do while also supporting somebody who supports us.
Yes.
So I want to make Stratified in this book, and it is by Tiff Nyland. I'll see if I can find a nice picture. So it's this pattern right here, a nice sweater. And unfortunately, I can't afford La BNMA's yarn, which is too bad because it's Scotland and Masham, I think. Anyway, nice wool, but you know, I can't afford it. But Briggs and Little Regal, I can afford
colors too,
and that makes it more inclusive as well. Because not only is La BNMA's book size inclusive, it goes from the size 33 chest, and these are like your body measurement, size 33 to 65, I think, chest.
That's pretty good.
And then, of course, if your sweater has to have so much ease, then the 65 chest will be 75 inches, let's say. So size inclusive, but also with Briggs and Little yarn, it makes it price inclusive.
Very affordable.
Very affordable. So I'm very happy about that. And here are my colors. I'm trying to get it so you can see it and the tags aren't in the way. So there are 5 colors.
It's going to be gorgeous.
So those are my colors. So I have navy here. I have fur green. Briar Rose, Blue BW, and Light Brown.
Oh, that's going to be nice.
I cannot wait. Well, I can wait because that's only 2 days away.
I can't wait to see it all knit up together. That's going to be
the 10th of May.
Beautiful.
I'm going to be casting this on. So, and I've already let the Knitted Bean know. I have to learn her first name. I'm sorry, Knitted Bean. I just know you by your name. I'm going to be casting this on and then supporting her with her thing. So if you would like to join us or join her.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, if we have enough interest, we'll have a thread in our group. Right now, it's just me.
Well, I'll link to Knitted Bean's podcast so you can go in and take a look and check her out.
Yeah.
And join in on the fun with her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's very good. So that's coming in 2 days. Coming today how are we going to do this? So acquisitions. Now we're going to do acquisitions?
Sure.
Okay. So
yesterday.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Nope, go. Start.
Yesterday, Johnstown, Ontario had their first fibre festival.
First annual.
Yes. So we're hoping they'll have many more to come if that's what they mean by first annual.
Yeah.
They had, what was it called? For the Love of Fibre.
Yes.
And so it wasn't humongous, but the vendors that were there were had really nice stuff. And so I hope that every year it will get bigger and bigger, because it's only about, well, we thought it was about an hour and a half, but anyways. It was just, it was a nice drive down there. It was a beautiful day.
Yes.
And we got to meet up with other knitters that we haven't seen in a long time.
In a long time. Yeah, it was
which
amazing.
was fun.
Yeah.
But yes, it was a really nice.
And the nice thing was about this too, was they had people who were, say, weaving and they had finished products.
Yes.
We had people who were creating soaps or shampoos or skin products, all from their farms, right? And then we had people who were farmers, shepherds, selling their products. And then we had people who had hand-dyed beautiful or yarns, like we saw in Knit City. But then we also had people who had fibers. And so we had everything from more luxurious, smooth stuff all the way through to rustic fiber.
Yeah.
So everybody was covered.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And it was small. It was a small little space. But they represented any interest practically in your making. And it was beautiful. It was really nicely done. So bravo. Hope you do it again.
Yes.
But now we get to show what we got.
What did you get?
What did I get? I basically got all my stuff except for some soap. Oh, I heard about this shampoo thing. I like this idea.
Yeah.
She was saying she started to make shampoo bars. So this is a shampoo in a bar, so you don't have to buy those plastic containers, right? Which is amazing. So it's like wax paper. And this is my shampoo. I'm going to try this out on my trip when I leave this week. And see how that goes. But no plastic, which is amazing. And she's a local Ontario close to us.
Yeah, Elizabethtown, I think it's on there because I got something from her too. Elizabethtown, Kilty, Ontario. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of within a 2-hour drive of us, I guess. I would think
so, yeah.
Yeah. And then the other person I spent my money on was Raised by Wolves.
I like that name.
Yeah, me too. It's a good name. And it's a good label too.
Yeah.
So Raised by Wolves. And Jane got my fiber in my colors, but I got my color in merino and tencel. So that's going to be socks to match my car and my bra.
Nice.
I promise you're not going to have to see me just in socks and a bra. And then she also had BFL silk. And again, reasonable prices too,
Very
right?
nice. Yes.
So here's one. They're similar, but here's one that's grays and kind of purples.
Nice.
Oh, it shows up really purple on the screen. Yeah. So there's that grays and purples. And then this one is plum and purple and blue and beautiful BFL silk. So very happy. So there's my more stuff to bring with me to spin in BC.
Nice.
Yes. And you?
I also got, sorry, I'm bending over. So I'm a big BFL fan, but this just screamed to me.
So when you see this, think Shawl.
When I saw this, I couldn't help myself. It's extra fine merino with silk. But look at the colors.
It just looks just like her shawl, right?
Isn't this awesome? I love it. So I can't wait to spin this one. I wanted to spin it on my new wheel, but I can't until I change that darn dry band.
Well, that's not going to take long.
Yeah, I know. I need to get the twine. Actually, I'm going to do that actually after I'm done here. So I can start spinning it.
Nice.
So I got this here. I also got from that same lady, I got some
soap.
No, not the soap. It's some hand lotion bar. And I got she calls it a tea bag tub. I said, that's to put in your tub, right? Not to drink. She said, yes. Lavender orange. And that goes really good together. Who would have thought lavender orange? It smells super yummy.
Wow, good.
Yeah. The other thing that I got, Needlecraft. No, My Needle Crafts. She's one of the Fiber Friends podcaster.
From London, Ontario,
I believe so. So she was there actually selling her bags. And when I saw the ladybugs.
That's a distance to drive.
It is. So when I saw the ladybugs, I was like, oh my God, I got to get this cute little bag. And of course it has like little zipper pouch down there. So good for sock knitting. So if you have two different balls, contrast, you know.
And it works almost like a bowl too, because it's really stiff, right?
Yeah, it is.
So that's really nice.
It's very good material.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this the crochet hook you were talking about?
Yes. Collage was also there. And according to Jane, one of our friends who came along with us, she was talking to them, and basically they are, I love this needle hook. They are an inclusive employee equality. So they will hire people who are, how did you say that? You were pretty good at saying that.
People who don't normally get hired, I guess, because they have certain disabilities, physical or mental disabilities, and so they're taken on and hired and supported and given jobs, which is fantastic.
Oh, there you go. For over 40 years, Career Services has helped thousands of people with disabilities find employment. Every needle purchase enables us to continue to provide inclusive training, real work experiences, and employment for those we serve. So there you go.
Yeah.
So I had no idea collage did that. I've heard of them before, but I had no idea about that. So I'm going to take a look at their needles a little bit more closely. But so far, I'm really enjoying, because I've been using this hook to crochet my little squares. I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, and then now she's thinking that she'll be able to join the inclusive knit along with the knitted bean, because that's definitely using something. The tool is inclusive, right? So
I was thinking of doing that, or I also got this here beautiful skein. I was thinking of doing the love note with this here, and that's also size inclusive. So yeah, I might do that as well. Maybe I'll do both. But this was dyed by Lindsay, and it's 65% mohair, 20% merino,
and 15% something else.
Nylon. It's supposed to be nylon.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, what was that again? But it's sport. So I got 3 skeins of this here.
That's nice. That'll be really pretty.
Yeah.
Because now you don't have to knit it with any mohair, because it's
already there. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
So it was very fun.
Good. So then 2 weekends ago, so not this weekend, well, not this weekend that we're in, but the weekend before.
Yeah,
we had to support your local yarn shop day.
That's where I got my wheel from.
Yes. And it was really nice. We decided to make a morning of it, because Vankleek Hill is a pretty little town.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It is. It's really nice. So we decided to leave early in the morning and go for breakfast first, which we did, and we had such a great time. But then at the end, we were rushing it because we have to be there at 9 o'clock at Andrea's store. And then we were there at 9 o'clock, but she wasn't open until 10 o'clock. So
we didn't
know. So there was a park nearby where they had a cenotaph for World War II and World War I. So we went there and sat down in the park, and then people were staring at us because there were 3 of us sitting on a park bench knitting. So whenever anybody was staring at us, I just kind of waved hello, and then they waved by and I waved back, and then carried on. It's a very friendly town, because a lot of them were just saying hi as they were passing us in the street. I normally haven't seen that since I left Calgary. So I bought this yarn. I bought 5 skeins of Santa Cruz organic merino yarn. I love this color. It's kind of a tweedy look to it. Yeah. And I want to make the Grow Shawl by Fairy Tale Knits. So
that's gonna be
fibre.
Beautiful.
Fairy Tale. I think that's what she's called. Fairy Tale Knits. But this is a beautiful, beautiful color, and I'm going to be making this Grow Shawl, and I'll be starting this today. Yeah. So I have to wind up my hands.
Yeah, I got 2 skeins as well. Not of that kind. I got Juniper Moons, a beautiful green and a beautiful pink. And I'm planning to do a cowl with it. It's the, oh my God, I forgot the name. I'll put it down, but it has to do with the Schitt's Creek show with Alexis. Anyways, I'll show a pic. I'll show a pic of your shawl. I'll show you a pic of the cowl that I would like to do with my 2 skeins. Yeah. Anyways, when I start working on that cowl, I'll show you the colors. They're beautiful. A nice pink and a nice green. Along with my spinning wheel. Oh no, and I got a cross stitch too. A nice robin that I'm going to cross stitch. Yes.
My name.
Not that robin.
Not this robin.
A bird robin.
Yeah, you know. I can pretend. So this is a book that I purchased. I saw this somewhere and thought, nice. So I got it, and am I ever glad I did. This is a beautiful book. And the nice thing about this too is that you can use yarn by Rama Fi'ul or Rama Gamel, the other ones. Or you can use Briggs & Little Sport. So I love this. There's a V-neck, not a crew neck, sorry, sweater, the one on the cover. I mean, there are all kinds of sweaters. I'll show you a couple of sweaters because they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
So there's this, where did it go? It was at the front. Like, this is really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I like this. So that's totally Briggs & Little Sport. there was that cardigan from the cover. Now the man's version has a V-neck and the woman's version has a crew neck, and I like the crew neck, and that's beautiful. Again, Briggs and Little Sport. So how to take a sweater that could be super expensive and making it affordable, right? But there are beautiful, beautiful sweaters in here. So they've gone through in Norway. This is kind of cool.
It is.
A 1960s, 1970s dress. Yeah, all knit. Anyway, I really like this book. This was a really, not expensive, and it was just a really nice purchase. And I think I got this from Amazon.ca. So.
I think so. You had shared it with a few of us.
Yeah, and it's a spinning group. Yeah, everybody wanted to see it. So yeah, but I think that's
it for now. Yeah, so next time that you see us, it will be a different setting because Robin will be in British Columbia.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our podcast through Zoom the time that she is away. So will be a split screen there, but we're still going to podcast. It'll just the feel and look will be a little bit different until she comes back. So, and
I'll be 3 hours behind here, so yeah. I'll be in the morning and you'll be in the afternoon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do that. So
so we don't know how it's gonna go, so please have patience for us as we fumble through how all of that stuff works. But Sylvia is more tech savvy than I am, so it's a good thing she's doing it, not me, because then we get nothing.
I don't know.
You get a letter in the mail.
Yeah.
Snail mail, that'd be me.
So yeah, so if you're interested in joining us on all our funs or knit-alongs, join us over on Ravelry, or if you have an idea of maybe a knit-along that we could do later on in the year next year, just drop us a comment in the below, and we'll just hop in and have some fun.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed recording this for you, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.